What's going on, golf addicts? DB here, and this is Tour Junkies After Dark, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm riding solo tonight. Pat couldn't join me. It is what it is, okay? Really, I'm coming off the winner anyway. Hit Max Homa at 40-1 on our show and on this show just last week. Great to finally get one across the line. It's been a few minutes, okay? It's been a little bit. Tour Junkies hitting our 10th outright winner on the PGA Tour this season. And I'm pumped. And this is going to be a fun week. It's the 2022 AT&T Byron Nelson from TPC Craig Ranch. They played this course only one time for the Byron Nelson, and it was last year in 2021. KH Lee won at 200-1 and shot 25 under. Now, I do think that this week we've got a stronger field than even we had last week, as a lot of big names are ready to kind of get sharpened up for the Southern Hills experience they're going to have next week at the PGA Championship. But that doesn't mean a long shot winner can't hit, because there's going to be a lot of scoring this week. I don't think it's going to get to 25 under. The course is going to play a little firmer than it did last year. It was pretty soft. There's no rain in the forecast, and there is a little bit of Texas wind kicking up once we start on Thursday, but nothing too crazy. But it's going to be dry. It's going to be a little faster than it was last year, but I still think we could see scores 18 to 20 under for sure. And when that happens, when it is the birdie fest, a lot of different things can happen. Guys can get hot. Guys can make birdies. It's all about pounding greens in regulation here. Last year, I think it was like 76% of greens in reg was the number. One of the easier greens in regulation courses in all of the PGA Tour's rotation since 2015. If you want to know a lot more about the golf course, obviously you can check out the Tour Junkies channel. We've done a full course breakdown, 13 minutes of everything you need to know about Craig Ranch and everything you don't. None of that crap's included. Okay, so it's really efficient. I want to take a look at the DraftKings betting board and talk about some outright winners and some top 20s I think we need to jump on. And I'm going to start with the guy that finished runner-up at this event just last year and has continued to play well, and it's Sam Burns at 22-1. I think Burns on second round last year shot a 62 to tie the course record, and the only 62 to be fired in tournament conditions at TPC Craig Ranch. Sam Burns is perfectly built for this golf course. Clearly, he enjoyed it last year. I think he could keep it going. 22-1 seems like a good value for him on DraftKings. Brooks Koepka's a name I just want to throw out there. He's 35-1. He hasn't played great this year. He's been like hit or miss. It's been like top 15 miscut, top 15 miscut. So I really don't know what to think about it. I don't know that he's going to win. I don't feel great about it. I feel like he's here to kind of, knock the rust off and do his thing. Although when he played here, I think it was a couple of years. He didn't play here a couple of years ago, but he played the Byron Nelson in a different course. I think he finished top 5. Last year, he missed the cut here, but he was coming off an injury. It's just at 35-1 or 30-1, is it kind of an automatic number that we bet Brooks? Sometimes I feel like it should be. Moving down the board, though, there's a handful of names on here I think there's real value on. Maverick McNeely, Johnny Vegas, and Aaron Wise are all 55-1 on DraftKings, and I like all those numbers. They're all three playing well. Johnny V just came off of a surgery, but then he came to the Wells Fargo last week, and I think he gained like 8 or 9 shots on approach. Lost strokes off the tee because he just kept bombing it down there at Avenel Farm, and you kind of have to be in the fairway, and I think he missed a lot of fairways. This place is much better for him. Wide open fairways. I think he played at University of Texas, familiar and comfortable in Texas. I think he even calls Texas home. It's kind of a guy that we don't talk about a lot, but he's very capable of winning out here. And he's obviously playing really well, hitting the irons extremely well at Wells Fargo. And Aaron Wise is a former winner of the Byron Nelson, not at this course, but that was his only PGA Tour win. He's been playing great. McNeely's been playing great. That's kind of that tier in the middle that I really like. If I'm talking bombs, one of the first ones I want to talk about is Kirk Kitayama, who in the last 2 events has absolutely been striping it off the tee and with his irons. One thing that's not going to matter here is strokes gained around the green, scrambling. Because last year it was statistically the easiest course on all the PGA Tour since 2015 ever recorded in strokes gained around the green. Okay, these are big greens; they're not super slopey, and you don't miss them often. And when you do miss them, you're probably in trouble anyway. Kitayama's not a great scrambler. Who cares? But he's going to just pound these greens in reg, and he's had 2 tremendous finishes in back-to-back weeks here. He's a long shot at 130-1. But here's the secret. He's like half the number on other books. Even if he's 100-1, I think that's a good bet. Matt Wolfe at 130-1 is one that I'm very interested in. Really happy to see him play well at the Wells Fargo last week, even though I had none of him in DFS. I didn't think it was going to happen. But he hit his irons well last week. Wolfe is definitely a killer. and he can come out here and dominate this golf course. I think this is a bomber's paradise, even with firmer conditions. It might play a little tougher, but I don't think it's going to play that tough. And Wolfe coming in, doing what he did at the Wells Fargo last week, I think is great. And then finally, I'm going to give you a long bomb here at 250 to 1. Austin Smotherman played at SMU, calls Texas home, very comfortable in Texas. Great ball striker on the Korn Ferry Tour. He's proven to be a very good ball striker on the PGA Tour. We haven't seen him compete late on a Sunday to win. He did have an 11th place finish at the Farmers. But other than that, we haven't seen him compete and like really get in the hunt. And in a field like this, could he actually close the door if he gets a chance? I don't think so. But 250 to 1 is very enticing. He's also got a buddy of ours on the bag named Austin Goggart, who is a tremendous caddy. And he caddied for Smotherman the first time just last week at the Wells Fargo when he finished 25th. The week before that, he caddied for Patrick Rogers to help him finish 10th. And to lead Patrick Rogers to a 10th place finish is doing pretty damn good. Austin Goggart is a tremendous caddy, and I think he's only going to help Smotherman at a place he's already pretty comfortable in. But that helps me transition to some top 20 bets because honestly, I think Smotherman and a couple other names that are much longer are great top 20 bets. Smotherman is 7 to 1 to top 20. Now, that's a long shot for top 20s, but I love it, okay? I really think he could get it done even in this field. I want to hit that with Austin Smotherman. Sahith Theegala, Kirk Kitayama, who I just talked about, two names at 5 to 1 that are also long shots. Matt Wolfe is 4 to 1. He's a long shot that I like. Lonto Griffin is plus 275. Lonto's been playing very well. I talk about him every week on the show, and every week Pat makes fun of me, and every week he keeps doing his thing. He's a great ball striker. He's hitting it great. Again, poor scrambler. Who cares? Lonto Griffin's playing well, plus 275. I like that. Siwoo Kim is plus 230. He's a former member here at this golf course. Not currently. I think he's moved, but comfortable here. Siwoo, we know, can go low at any point. Plus 230. I like that. Aaron Wise, who I mentioned earlier, is plus 230. McNeely, Johnny Vegas are plus 210. Those are kind of some 2 to 1 or longer, bombs that I really do like for the top 20 market here on DraftKings. That's it. That's Tour Junkies After Dark. If you have any questions, hit us up in the comment section of this video. If you think if guys' numbers have shortened and you want to know if we think it's still worth it, tag us in the comment here on this video, and we'll be glad to help you out and try to answer that for you. But give the video a like, give it a subscribe if you've not already subscribed to the DraftKings YouTube channel. And we'll be back every single week, and especially next week for Southern Hills. We're pumped about that one. May your screens be green, and let's have a week on DraftKings Sportsbook. DB, see ya.